person?
Yes, you do have to be open-minded, yes. Go ahead, Prince.
For me, when I think about entrepreneurship mindset, will be someone I would say learn from the mistakes or is able to grow from the challenges.
What was I didn't hear the last part. You grow to what? I'm sorry, Prince.
Oh, sorry, I must have been lagging. Someone who's able to learn from mistakes or grow from their own challenges.
Oh, yes, yes. Your own challenges, yes. Anyone else want to chime in? I have 6 of you. Go ahead, Roberto.
All right. So when I think of an entrepreneurial mindset, I think of somebody who's like willing to give it all up to start a business.
And sometimes you do. You got to start again in a different path, actually, sometimes. All right, anyone else? All right, and let me begin at the beginning. I'm C. Morgan. You can call me Professor C. It's fine with me, or Miss C. What do you do? That was my fault. I didn't introduce myself. I'm just excited here to teach you guys, and I love actually being part of S.O.A.R and basically enriching your lives, because you guys enrich my life too. Every time I teach and I interact, I learn a lot from you guys too. So I want you guys to know that, and you're very appreciated. Awesome. So what I want to do is, how are you guys feeling this afternoon? Are you up to learning something new?
Yes.
All right, let's see. Let's get started here. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I need sharing ability, please.
Sure. Let me just. Okay, let me know if that works now.
All right. I'm seeing what this is doing. All right, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, it should be welcome. Welcome, for you guys who did that. And one thing what we're gonna do in the class today, these are the objectives, what it is in the entrepreneur mindset. We're gonna discuss, we're gonna do some identifying, what type of mindset that you may have. We're gonna look at what are the terms, what does growth mindset mean? What does fixed mindset mean? We're gonna do some examples on that to give you guys an idea of what it is. This may be something you've already had a little bit of knowledge of, but also make something that can improve some more of the knowledge. And I want you guys to be free to please ask questions throughout. If you don't want to come off mute, put it in the chat, because I want this interactive, because the only way to learn more is ask questions or let me know if things are not clear. We're going to describe some elements about behavior styles, but one thing is we're going to also strategize some outcomes. So how are we going to get over some of these obstacles that we have? What are some things we're going to find out how we can grow from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, and understand to identify what some mindset thoughts we're having and where we're at. So we're going to look at some of those, and then actually of learning about entrepreneurs and how this actually goes is just not for today, it's through your whole life. Because as you shift and change, as you grow and you learn more things, you begin to pilot into your mind. So you can be in a one growth spot at one point in time, but then you go into a fixed mindset, which will be, you might be stagnant. So we want to give you some strategies, some elements, and how to actually get some more mindset motivation is what I want to do for you guys. So the next thing, what I want to do with you guys, I want to know, who are you? And I want you to give me one word that describes you is what I want you guys to do. So it doesn't matter who goes first.
One thing about me would be, like you said, one word, right? So,
Yep. What's the first word that comes to mind that describes you?
I guess maybe expiring in a way, towards family and my brother.
Aspiring, you said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Roberto?
The first word that comes to head is like ambitious.
Okay. Good. All right, Marcelina, I know I did, I know I said that wrong too. So correct me again, please. Is that Marielena?
Oh, I was like, who's Marcelino?
That's what I know I said it wrong and I apologize.
Oh, I was gonna say ambitious, but Roberta took my word. But I guess another word I could use is determined.
Okay, tell me how to say your name correctly, please.
It's Mary Elena.
Marielena. Thank you. All right, Jada?
I'd say like reserved.
Deserved?
Reserved.
Oh, reserved. Okay, it's fair. Okay, go ahead, Jania.
Oh, I forgot my word. I'm sorry.
No problem. All right,
I was gonna
Samuel?
say decisive.
Okay, decisive. Okay. All right, and then Samuel, I think you're the last one.
How about quiet?
Quiet. Yeah, the first word that describes you. All right, is that everybody? Okay, and Miss Rosie, I'm not able to see the chat, so if someone put something in the chat, can you please let me know?
There's nothing in the chat right now, Miss C.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it. All right, those are great words that you guys actually described of yourselves, and I'm gonna let you know what we're gonna do with those words in just a little bit, actually. The next thing I want you to look at is this clips. I want to get you guys' opinion on what you think of and what do you hear when you listen to this. And let me know if you can hear it also.
You set me up to fail? Why? If you only do what you can
Whoops, that was my fault.
do, you will never be more than you are now. I don't want to be more. I like who I am. You don't even know who you are.
Now, when hearing that, what do you guys hear?
Can you play it again? Because I couldn't hear it.
Yes, yep, I can. Let me see if I can turn it up on my end. Yep.
You set me up to fail? Why? If you only do what you can do, you'll never be more than you are now. I don't want to be more. I like who I am. You don't even know who you are.
What I think the video is trying to say is that if you can never take risks, you can never truly grow as a person.
True. Great insight. All right, someone else.
Okay, my interpretation of the video was that when he said you don't even know who you are, it's like people when they grow up, they sometimes don't go to the fullest potential. So put in a when put in a situation to fail, you either sink. You either swim or you sink. So I think that was the message behind it.
All right. Next.
Oh, I was thinking it was like you never know what you're really capable of if you don't challenge yourself.
Very true. Very
Because
true.
he doesn't want more, like, like he was saying he doesn't, like, the little guy was saying that he doesn't know himself, and then the big guy was saying that he doesn't want to like really know himself.
Mm-hmm. And what do you guys think that comes from?
Wait, I wanted to add something.
Sure.
My freshman year, my ROTC instructor at the time, he told me never get comfortable with your routine, and that is also what I just thought of right now, because I guess it's self-explanatory, but I'll explain it. Like, if you're already working on something and you're already like comfortable with it, you should challenge yourself more so you can achieve more.
Yes, very true. And those are good things and observances you guys have given, because actually it comes through what is your mindset. You guys gave me a lot of things which you see. It comes in. So your mindset is actually, it has to do with your attitude. So whatever attitude you have is the behavior you're going to display. So when you're angry, what type of behavior are you going to display? What do you guys usually do?
Facial expression.
Yes. What, and then,
Different change in voice.
yep, very much, especially the change in voice. What else do you see in the behaviors?
Probably being more reckless.
Yes. And that's an action. Yes. You will lead to reckless action. So now you start with being angry as an attitude, behavior being combination of the anger that you have to recklessness. So then the result of it can be something of what? So if you're reckless, what is the result of being reckless?
Being reckless
Not
is
doing good.
regretting something.
Say again.
It's like something that you will like regret.
Yep. That could be a
I mean,
result.
I don't really like, for me, like, yeah, I get mad, but like I just keep my anger to myself, and what I do is I, like, let's say somebody's talking down on me, I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, you're talking down on me, but I'm gonna do something way better, and then they're gonna be like, oh wow, like maybe I shouldn't have tested her, you know? That's what I do when I get mad. Like, I just prove people wrong.
Right? So you use it as motivation. So you do the opposite what someone may be trying to actually imprint on you. You use it as a motivation to do other things. And that comes out in your performance. So as that motivation is moving you, like you said, you're going to prove them wrong. You're going to show them wrong. And this goes around in a circle. So if you have a positive attitude, you're going to actually display a positive behavior, your action, which will become to a solution, your result, and then your performance. So, and this goes with of learning your mindset and how you are and where you at. And another thing that comes with it, have you guys heard of the conscious and subconscious mind before? Have any of you guys heard of it? Or even heard
Yes.
the terms?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Yes.
Okay, great. What have you guys heard about it?
For me, when I hear about some subconscious mindset, I think of inner thoughts or certain decision makings that you think of.
Mm-hmm. Because with when you have the conscious mind, as you see the words, it's a tip of the iceberg. So it contains everything that one is aware of or you can be thinking about or pondering. And as you see below too, you have the subconscious mind that comes through your feelings, your imagination. And these can be your stored memories and knowledge that you can retrieve, but you're not necessarily focused on it at the moment right now. And as you're thinking, when we're at the tip of the iceberg at time, it's responsible for us rationalizing. We have a logical thinking. As you see, there's strategies up there, decision making. You have analysis that you do. So when you're deep into your subconscious mind, a lot of times when we talk about being reckless and that behavior turns into your attitude turns into that behavior and then to an action that you may have, you can start doing some involuntary actions because you're driven by emotion. People aren't thinking. So one thing I thought of, especially when you said reckless, was the fact of a car accident. Some people tend to drive faster when they're mad. So you're not even thinking, you're just on that emotion. It's impulsiveness that you have. So when you're with your conscious mind outside of it, it communicates with the outside world. So you have your senses, your eyes, all these things are being brought in and filtered. And it's part of the inner self. So you have your speech that you see, you have pictures and writing and actually physical movement. So at times when people are mad, they may move their hands around, talk with their hands. You have different body movement that you have. And while that's all going on, the subconscious mind is in charge of your memories. So a lot of times it can say that we might not know a lot of times what's triggering this. It could be something from a prior incident that happened before. So your mind is thinking, okay, do I go into fight or flight mode? Do I need to go in protective mode? So it goes in charge of being your recent memories, but these are actually stored memories that go into it. And it's all this continuous contact that you may have. So sometimes, do you guys ever feel you have so much going on or so many thoughts racing through your head a lot of times that you feel like you have a lost in your thinking? Have you guys ever experienced that
Yes.
before that? And that comes in, go ahead. When it's your conscious mind, when it has this thought and the feeling you're lost in it, it automatically determines your behavior. So sometimes you can just go into, a lot of times people just go into a stare, or they'll say, hey, are you okay? Or you seem out of it. And this is why you don't need to stop cycling something that you're doing. Because when you start, let's say you think about what you want to cook at times, and you're thinking, okay, you're thinking about this when you arrive home. You want to say, and you want to try to remember what's the recipe that you have. You want to figure out if you need to stop at the supermarket, and you're thinking about all these things. This could be you guys thinking about your schoolwork or the test that you might have the next day. It's critical for you to know this, but actually at the time that something's missing before that. So while you may be walking home, in your subconscious mind, you've already programmed that you need to make sure you have your test. It's preparing you. It's preparing the steps, because you can be walking home talking with a friend, but at that, your subconscious mind is still thinking for you, because that conscious mind, it changes so easily for you, where your subconscious is actually more stubborn, because it's repeat. And these are actions that you've done. And this what actually helps transform and form your patterns, your habits, the values that you have, and even some fears and your beliefs and your challenges that you may have. So it's not going to change until you keep repeating it, but it's not going to last forever, because of course, as we said, when you start to develop, you start changing your patterns in your thinking. But it's that constant change that you have. Is this making sense to you guys? And if you have questions, please feel free to ask me.
I have a question. How do you think entrepreneur would use their conscious or subconscious set, if that makes sense?
How do you use it? Yeah. So your subconscious mind is like your friend who whispers in the ear, you survived this before, you're going to do it again. So, and then with the entrepreneurs, this is when your challenges, it starts to get overwhelming. It's going to let you know, hey, it's okay. We've been here before. We're going to move through it. And then your subconscious mind, it comes through and it tells us that we can do it, because we're faced with a challenge right now, but we're going to find that resolution for that situation. And as we live our lives, our subconscious mind is constantly accumulating memories of times when we've succeeded, and then it's storing them for us to use later. Like we said, we've done this before. It may be a totally different situation, but that same solution will be for that problem. And we do have different problems or different solutions, but sometimes that skeleton is the same if we haven't learned from that. So the entrepreneur, they're going to take a hard situation, maybe one they haven't seen before. Because as an entrepreneur, we sit and try to find the problems that people are having. We try to solve those problems, very problematic and actually serving. Or what can we do to make the world better? What can we do to help somebody? So that subconscious mind, it's going to push you, because it remembers times when you've conquered a new obstacle before. And as an entrepreneur, you're going to always have obstacles, and how you're going to respond to them is how it's going to help push you. So we can say that it's important to place yourself out of your safe zone, because it requires you to call on your own self-belief and what you're thinking, what your confidence that we talked about before. So each time you rise to an occasion, and how you rise to it, that subconscious is going to grow your confidence, and it's going to grow even further as long as you allow it and open yourself to come out of that comfort zone to learn. Does that answer you?
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions or thoughts? And let's give you guys a brief overview, because this does go a lot deeper at times. But I just want to give you that how what you feed your mind based on some of the physical things that you see with your senses is how it's programmed into it, and how you store things. And do you guys actually, the next thing I want to do is, it's a mindset quiz I want to do with you guys. You guys have a paper and pen by you?
Yes.
Okay. What I would like you guys to do, give you about 5 minutes, or just put in the chat when you're done, or just let me know you guys, put your hands up and I know you guys are done, please. Like I said, because I can't see the chat. I want you guys to read the sentence and say if you strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree, as I want you guys to do. And then I want you guys to count them up, the points. And it's going to be a total. So each line, you may have 3 for the first one, 2 for the second one. I want you guys to count them up and tell me what you get. And I'll give you guys about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes to do so. Were those directions clear?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And we have 2 scholars who are done, 3 scholars right now who are done.
Okay. Thank you.
Janaya, Prince, and Roberto.
Marlene, if you have a question, you can go ahead and ask. I see your hand is up.
I didn't have a question. I put my hand up because I thought you wanted us to put our hands up when we were done.
Oh, I did say that. Thank you. I just want to make sure you didn't have a question. Thank you.
Looks like everyone should be done. I just don't see a message from Sam. Sam, are you? Oh, his hand is raised. Yep. So I think everyone's done.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So what totals did you guys get?
I got a total of 23.
I got a 23 also.
So I didn't see who was
I
speaking.
got 19.
I got 23.
Okay, what this is going to do is going to show you. And the next slide, I want you guys to see, because you're going to want you to start cultivating and developing and seeing some challenges as opportunities especially when you reflect each day. Find something that you've learned from that you feel you may not have done to your best capability. I want you to start doing that. And one big thing when you look at the results of this is, are you sometimes seeking approval from others? Are you using some opportunities to celebrate success from others? These are things that can help you start growing and changing some of your mindset for that. So you guys, you have where you landed at. And I heard 23 and I heard 19. You guys can look. So where you guys seeing these results, is this where you thought you would fall at, or where did you think you maybe would land between a growth and a fixed mindset, without me going into details of what it is yet?
Me personally, when answering the questions for some of my answers, it was like, I think one of the questions was, do you think that you can like change your intelligence or like grow it? And I couldn't think of like a way that you could. Just like my IQ level, like I couldn't think of like how you could raise it. So I said like I slightly disagree or like something like that. So I don't know like if that would contribute to me having like a growth mindset or not, but yeah.
It's an option. You'll see in the next ones. Anybody else?
I guess to be specific to Roberto's question about what we just did, in terms of changing your intelligence, for me, in personally, I think your intelligence is mostly determined by your experience and the environment that you're in.
And that's true, it can be, and it's what you feed yourself. Because it sometimes when you're you overthink sometimes, and that, and which some of us do at times, of increasing the intelligence. It's not only by I would say books and literature, it's your daily experiences. Those change your intelligence that way. So thinking a broader, bigger picture and outside the box, instead of just the seeing focus at times on that. So one thing I want to go into to give you guys that, and at times our mindset, like I said, is going to change. It's all long as you are open to always new opportunities and challenges, it's always going to change. As long as you challenge yourself to that, you're always going to grow for that and accept maybe something didn't go the way you wanted, but it's going to still progress you. You accepted that, but you said, okay, I'm gonna find another solution. I'm going to move forward. Did you have a question, Roberto?
I mean, yeah, like I have a question. Like,
Go ahead.
so would you clarify intelligence as like what you know, or like how fast like you can learn something?
It's a combination. It depends what type of learner you are. Yes, depends what type of learner you are. Some people are visual learners. Some people are kinetic learners. So that means by hands-on doing things. So your intelligence may be faster than someone in a different way how you learn. It could be a combination of how you learn of it. That would be how I'd say intelligence. That some people don't do well just reading. They have to read it and hear it and touch it. So need a combination of all of it. So it depends where your strength is and what you're learning, the intelligence.
Yeah. But then like with that, like so like overall, like you could say that like a higher intelligence would be like being able to like no matter how you learn best, just like, being able to like learn faster, right?
It can be, yeah, and how you learn. I look at a lot of people like to put a number, especially with your IQ, but that's a test at times. A lot of times, especially in school, you're given written test. A lot of times you don't have oral. Some people don't test well through written. They test well through orally. So maybe that some of the results may be skewed that way. For example, for me, when I was doing nursing, when I was taking my nursing test, I didn't do well in multiple choice. I knew the information. I needed actually essay because it was too many choices for me because I overthought it. I can narrow it down 4 choices to 2. I just had I had trouble. But if you gave me an essay test, I excelled at. I nailed my essay test, where a lot of people struggle with essay because a lot of people look for the information within the sentence. I just needed to just get it the way I learned. So to me, I would have a higher intelligence excelling taking essay tests versus multiple choice. Does that answer you? Is that clear or no?
Yeah, like I get that, but then it's just like how would you like be able to increase like your intelligence then?
Just
Like,
how
would you say?
learning, I'm just learning, and more information as you grow is into increasing your intelligence. And then if you do it by test
Okay.
wise, there'll be tests. the data from a test to tell you where you're at and where you are. You do need some type of assessment to look at where you are and then where you're going and where you're at. So it's evaluations to increase your intelligence. It's not always book smart some people learn, it's experience. And sometimes there's actually no real way to put a number to how smart you are with experience, because it just comes gradually.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Uh, in terms of intelligence for an entrepreneur, what do you think is the best way, specifically in the experience field, for an entrepreneur to grow?
What's the best way for an entrepreneur to grow in intelligence for them to grow? That's what you're asking?
Yes.
For me, it depends on your passion and where you're at. We're looking at the entrepreneur mindset right now. It's the way you think and you enable yourself to overcome challenges, for you to make some exact quick decisions in your decisiveness. A lot of times with you learning how to grow more as an entrepreneur, it comes to another thing that we talk about, and I talk briefly on it, sometimes is your behavior style, which you have. So are you a person that likes to learn with a lot of detail? So I'm going to find an entrepreneur passion that likes a lot of detail, kind of like how you guys find your careers and what you want to be in. And you look at those outcomes. If you're someone who loves to be around people a lot of time, I'm going to find a field that likes people. So maybe a travel agent, a flight attendant. So it goes where you're passionate at, which will push you and make you grow more as an entrepreneur and in your mind, because you have to like what you're doing and love it every day to get up. You have to be fulfilled in that sense. So that comes with that growth mindset that we talk about too. So it's how you're viewing those challenges that you have. Are you going to allow yourself to fail, as I say, the first attempt in learning, and move forward? Are you going to be okay with setbacks because it's not on the schedule you like to be? So as an entrepreneur, if you have you're a process behavior, so you have to have a routine and you have to have it exact before you can move forward and excel. And what I mean is you follow A, B, C, and D to the T. There's no deviation. It's all black and white, no gray. You're going to kind of like an assembly worker, let's say at a car plant, a Ford plant. You're going to do that thing every day. Nothing changes every day, but that's how you excel. That's what you're comfortable with. So you're going to find things that way. And I say learning from mistakes. I didn't spell that wrong, as you guys see there. I look at the word mistake differently. It's a mistake. It's just another journey or another lane I have to go in that's not right for this solution, this problem right now. I have to go a different way, a different path. But who's to say that when I come back to that, this solution is going to work? So it just pretends that. Now, when we're going to the fixed part, as you're saying, what an entrepreneur should do in that sense, I can say, I thought I was a person who loved being around people. Then I find out I don't have that passion for it. I can take that as, and my challenge to being fixed as, geez, I'm not going to be good at anything. How am I going to expect myself to trust myself in my decisions that I'm making when it comes to the entrepreneur mindset, the way that enables you to make good decisions? Is it a good decision? Did you really have what you needed, or did you just do impulsively make that decision? Those are some things you take in account and how you are and how you work as an entrepreneur, and what you think and how your beliefs will move you and change you. Does that make sense, Prince?
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now, things that come with obstacles, elements, and maybe help with some of this too, that you're thinking is what deciphers that fixed and growth mindset that you have. And some of the things that you have your beliefs, how much effort you're going to put into that. And I think beliefs, to me, and I don't think I know, beliefs is very, very, very important for you, because it's where did you learn your belief at? Usually that starts in our childhood. It's how, our traditions and things that we have. It comes from outside. It comes as when we even learn to walk, different grades in school, you learn different things. So it's what you're believing you can do and can't do, or what you're being groomed with, someone telling you you can't do, and how are you taking that? And that comes with the part on the growth side of that would be, are my mistakes for me, or failures, your first attempt of learning, are these valuable lessons right now? Is this going to continue allow me to grow in what I want to do? Is this going to allow me to cultivate my passion. Many of you have already started your journey on your businesses, which is great and wonderful, because you guys are in an actually great incubation time of being in high school and having S.O.A.R around you as a good environment to help mold you where you're going and what you're doing. Because now is when you use your test pilot, because you have different feelers out there. You're not out in the world per se. You're out, you have a lot of people around you, and you have a lot of ways to gather stuff. Because sometimes when you get out of high school and it comes with adults, and many of you may be like this now, that you really don't talk. Some love talking with people, you know, you're extroverted, some of you are introverted, but you excel in different ways. And how much effort that you put out, which is another thing that you need for the fixed and growth mindset. Because someone read the first thing on a fixed under effort on the left-hand side when it says it's not necessary or useful. How a
I
fixed
can read
mindset.
it.
Go ahead.
People with fixed mindsets believe that skill, intelligence, and talents are natural. Sorry, it's really small. Of failure is shameful and should be avoided. Some people are naturally good at things, with others are not. You are not in control of your abilities. You want me to keep reading down, or do I stop here?
You can read the effort, the next one, please.
Okay. Not necessarily or useful. See effort as a negative thing and something you do when you're not that good.
Right.
Back down. Oh, sorry. Want me to stop?
Yep, right there. Because we're in the
Okay.
effort part, yes. And so for a fixed mindset, when you say it's not necessary or useful, this is where you get stuck at. So the effort that you're going to put in, you're going to stop right here. So can someone, and you can come off mute, can someone read the important part of the process for a growth mindset with effort?
The
People with
growth
fixed
mindset of
wait, you can go. You
oh, sorry. You can read it.
can, wait, if you want to go first, you can go first because I need to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Important part of the process. Focus on the process of getting better.
Thank you. Right. So the next thing we have, we focus on the process of getting better or growth, and that comes from even having effort or no effort. So then we have challenges, and this is when you have a fixed mindset, you avoid challenges. Jada, can you read the avoid part for me on the left for a fixed mindset, please?
Back down and avoid challenges.
All right. And then for the growth side, please, how they embrace it.
See mistakes as learning opportunities and ways to improve.
Got one above it. The challenges, embrace. The most
More
likely.
to embrace challenges and
Persevere. Yes, and that means just to keep moving. So then we have now the beliefs. Now we have effort and challenges. Now we have the mistakes, or I say mistakes. So for a fixed mindset, Samuel, can you read what they avoid in a fixed mindset?
Actually, I'm having a bit of some trouble looking at the graph.
Sure, that's no problem. Roberto, are you able to see?
Which part?
Avoid mistakes on the left. Where a fixed mindset, they avoid mistakes.
I can kind of see it. It says get discouraged when making mistakes and avoid them.
Right, and so if you have a growth mindset, how do they approach the mistakes?
Want me to read it?
Yes, please.
All right. they improve, which means that they see mistakes as learning opportunities and
ways to improve, yes. And the last one we have, when we have the beliefs, effort, challenge, and mistake, we have the feedback.
But can I?
Go ahead. You want to read feedback for the defensive, how a growth mindset reacts to it?
Yeah. Okay. Constructive. Appreciate feedback and use it. Learns from criticism.
Right, for the growth. All right. And what's the fixed mindset? How they get defensive with it? With feedback.
Okay. Defensive. Get defensive. Take it personally. Ignores useful criticism / feedback.
Now, have you guys seen these beliefs, effort, challenges, and mistakes? Where have you guys, or you can think of an example that you guys have had this type of mindset in any of these areas?
In these areas, I feel like I had this in my own most personal business, because when I first started, I didn't have any experience, and I had to learn from my professor who talked about his own business and his experience of helping students in order to help me grow. I also thought that the essays that he made me write was also really good and also gave me some type of experience because I was able to write about different businesses and what made them so successful.
That's good. Sound like he made you expand a lot of times and challenge yourself at the same time with it.
Yes.
Mary Elena?
When I was younger, I feel like I was kind of like put down a lot, so I had like a very fixed mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But over time, like I said, when I get mad, like I kind of just prove people wrong. So from that experience, that I took in all that I needed, and I decided that I was gonna heal from most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from all of it, but um, and I grew into a growth mindset.
Now when you're saying that, healing, I'm glad you said, from all of it, that's a great growth mindset that you had to keep moving forward. Those are great examples that you guys have given on those. Does this make sense to you guys? Some obstacles? I know we were speaking yesterday in the homework session, ways to grow from it, but giving you some barriers of that. Does this help give you guys ideas, some obstacles that you guys may face, especially if you do daily?
Yes.
The thing that
Yes.
comes, thank you.
Yeah, I think like let's say for example, like this week, all week, my chemistry teacher has been giving work, and like I'm doing good, but there's like some questions that I just don't get. Like I don't know what's going on in the class. Well, I mean I do know what's going on, but I just don't get those like few questions.
Mhm.
So I do get discouraged, but what I do is I work out every day. So normally I do my homework first before I do anything, but what I do is if I don't understand, I go work out, and then I come back with a fresh mind, and then I try again.
Right. And that's great. That's a great example too, because it shows that you were in a fixed mindset of getting discouraged, but you didn't stay there. You actually took a break, you went away and came back from it. You didn't just leave and say, I'm done, I'm not doing it anymore. And that's the purpose of going through some of the things that you have. You actually explored your belief, what you want to do, and you put more effort into the challenge that you were having right now. And one thing is that can benefit with you when you have the growth mindset, you go into a benefit growth mindset. And it shows up when you have that open heart and that willingness and the passion that you want to have going through all of that. So staying in that, you want to reproduce. When you stay in the fix, you often reproduce some of those memories, and that's your comfort zone. I want you guys to always explore coming out of your comfort zone, because that's how you're going to continue to benefit and grow yourselves. And I know, especially throughout being in high school and even as an adult, things going to get uncomfortable for us. We're going to not want to move because we're so familiar and comfortable, because we know the expectation. We know what's going to happen. a lot of times when we're in the growth, we have to stay in the unknown. And the unknown can be scary, fearful, and doubtful. But also it can be a blessing, it can be joyful, and it can be like, I'm learning, I'm moving forward. So you focus on more with the intentional effort that you have. So it's like what we're doing, why we're doing, and then who are we being? And why are we doing what we do? Why have you guys started to start some of those entrepreneur journeys that you have? Why did you choose to do what you're doing? What made you want to do that? And the businesses you guys have. Janaya?
Want me to go first, or I'll let her go first?
Yeah, what was the question?
But for that, what made you in the entrepreneur business that you're having right now, that you're doing, or even the research that you're doing, what made you want to do that?
Because I'm passionate about planes and aviation.
And so what problem did you find that you want to explore more on in that?
What problem?
Yeah, what are you serving? What are you wanting to do? I know you're doing research that you did before.
Like, I want to fly and I want to get my license.
Okay, so you're being driven now to get your license and to fly more. So where is it going now? Where are you at now?
I got my student pilot certificate and I'm looking at flight schools around me.
Okay, so I see you keep going. All right, Roberto?
So the question was, why did you want to start your entrepreneurial like journey and stuff?
Right. What made you decide the subject that you're in now?
So really, I decided that I have like long-term goals that I want, and I want to like achieve things. And I think that like pursuing like the entrepreneurship path is like the best way to like do that. So that's why I'm doing it.
And in that entrepreneur field, what do you like about that? Since you're saying it's the best place to do that, how do you decide that was the best place to do it?
Well, as an entrepreneur, like you can like create things in the world and like change like different aspects of the world and like solve like big problems. So like I think that being like an entrepreneur is like the like if you have like goals, like it's a great way to like achieve something.
And it is, and you're right, because you have that creativity. You're opening your mind and seeing where else you could go with it, being an entrepreneur, and you get to try different facets. And you actually find different things that the world may need that does not have by your unique needs that you have. All right, Prince?
For me, some of the challenges I want to I wanted to fix multiple challenges through multiple businesses I want to make in the future, but for the one that I created so far, it was from my own experience and troubles of finding a high school that best fits me. So I thought that I should create a business evolving around that, helping students and also parents with the high school application process and find a high school of their choice through high school students or even college students who have that experience.
Very. So basically you're staying within boundaries, but you're exploring boundaries by actually
Yeah.
adding the parents in along with the students. And so you're becoming a more engaged with a higher audience. And that, that can go global because everyone has to go to school in that high school one time or another. All right, Mary Elena.
The reason why I did want to start the therapy business is because I feel like I face many obstacles, so I feel like there's a lot of people who've experienced the same or like more like horrible situations in their life. So I feel like helping out people, like when people say like treat people the way you want to be treated, it's like I I wish like there was somebody there for me when I was younger or even like now. So I'm saying like it's good for you to have somebody or for someone to talk to. And for my business I am specializing in psychodynamic, but it could also work in cognitive and all this stuff because um when you are like a business person, entrepreneur, whatever you are, it is like sometimes like when you get like writer's block, Let's say like you
Yes.
have a block where you're just thinking about something in life and can't like you just can't reach your fullest potential because there's something going on in your life. I feel like it's rather talk about it or do something that's going to help you so that you can achieve your fullest potential.
Right. And it does. And I'm glad you're saying you have a lot of obstacles and you actually want to share that and overcome some of those and looking at the potential what other people can feel. And that comes with as you're going between, because you just described all three kinds of actually mindsets, the fix, the growth, and the benefit. You found an obstacle, you're putting much effort and belief, and now you want to grow it to the potential of somebody else, which makes it beneficial. So right now with you guys, I want to give you guys like a 5-minute break in between. So come back at 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. I'm in Central Time, so I get confused with the time sometimes for you guys. So I'll give you guys a break and you come back. Is that okay with you guys? 7:30? Yes, thank you.
I remember when we used to hit the River Gate Mall. We ain't even at no pesos, we was still trying to ball. Hit my homie with the alley-oop, shots fall. Now we in the kitchen cooking with the wrist. Never mind, treating like a game, it was never hard to find. In the food court, quick to pull up on the dime. And we from, what's your name? Can I have your number? I'ma do the same. Automatic with the bait. We was cooking like we owed something. Insane, just think. All the hearts that we broke for nothing. A lot of tears, a lot of pain. Some stuff ain't worth discussing. Yeah, we young and we dumb. Some of us never grow up. Now we off to the races. Triple X don't raise us. 100,000 faces. None of them ever measure up. We just scroll to the next. Break it off your text. Leave the next with a mess. Set us all in a rush. What you doing? Cooking. Cooking up. Cooking. Cooking up, cooking up, cooking up. 93, I was out here cooking like I had the key. What was me? Way before the bay was jumping, shoot the 3. Don't believe Alpha and Omega, put that on the G. I might mess around and get the flossing up in Applebee's. 2 for 20, I can see the game clear. 2020. If you hearing rumors about me, don't just read it, bring it to me. 2 or 3 might be true. I just brace for the news. Nothing else I can do. Automatic with the bait. Insane, just think. All the lies that we told for nothing. A lot of tears, a lot of pain. Some stuff ain't worth discussing. Yeah, we young and we dumb. Some of us never grow up. Now we off to the races. Triple X don't raise us. 100,000 faces. None of them ever measure up. We just scroll to the next. Break it off your text. Leave the next with a mess. Set us all in a rush. What you doing? Cooking. Cooking up. Cooking. Cooking up. Cooking. Cooking up. All my days. Cooking. I remember way back when I was like 10 with my accent. Wasn't in the trap, I was in the flats, little Jeff had my back then. Started learning how to Mac when. So the older steward, I was sober to it. Not the only student in the building, we were building home improvement. In my single unit, wasn't whipping in the kitchen. But me and Shorty, we was with it. I was handling some business, but now I'm asking for forgiveness. Cause I'm deep up in the trenches. I see a better way of living, another way to get it. Love one woman, that just be the mission. They ain't got time to play around the vision for real. If anybody wanna know, we love each other when the mic low. And we don't do it for the show, so stop screaming out, life goes. Yeah, and now I'd rather love one woman than 100 though. That's one woman when the fun is high and one woman when the sun is low. Yeah. Look, I done broke a lot of hearts.
All right, everybody. What I want to thank you, and I hope that break was good for you. I know it can be a little heavy when I'm going through and looking at fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Can you guys tell me one thing that you took away from the first part of it that you learned or was useful so far, please?
All right.
Go ahead, Roberto.
So I think that a growth mindset is like very like adaptable, and then a fixed mindset is able to like it just like stays like in one place, like unchanging, like
Mhm.
ungrowing.
Yes. Go ahead,
Uh,
Samuel.
That your mindset is very important to consider when you're making a business.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Prince.
Growth mindset and fixed mindsets intertwine with one another. A growth mindset will be based on your experience, and a fixed mindset will be based on your adaptability from that experience.
You said the fixed mindset be based on your adaptability from it. You mean to stay there or to move? When you're saying the fixed part, if I heard you correctly.
Um, they both intertwined, so I would say stay there because you want to retain the information. If that
Right.
makes sense, or if I'm making it confusing.
Well, I know with the fix, like you're saying, the how you do the adaptability, it's like when you don't move. So I'm understanding what you're saying, just clarifying that part, because when you are fixed, you don't move because you have a belief you're not able to do better, or you don't want to put much effort in, if any at all,
Yes.
in that part. Okay. All right, ladies. Jada,
What was the question?
before that, what one thing have you taken away from the first half that you might be able to apply that you might not have known?
Something I took away actually from the video I wanted to say was I feel like the point of the video was like the I don't know what animal it was, like the
Panda or
one
the
who
little one?
the little one was trying to like he could probably see that he wasn't at a place that he could be because you know some people can see like the potential in us. So that's what I feel.
Right. They see the potential, but we don't always see the potential in us. So we actually get pushed, but we have to understand who we are and to be accepted. Because sometimes you can't help, so you want to help somebody so much, but you can't want that more than that person unless they're willing to allow you to help move you. Go ahead, Marilena.
I did know a lot of what we learned about today,
Mhm.
but I feel like it was like a reminder to me like that I can I'm doing good right now, but I feel like I can reach for more, you know?
Mhm.
So I feel like it was a reminder.
Okay. Danaya?
Did you say Janaea?
Yes, if I'm saying it wrong, correct me. Because I was saying Janaya, so I apologize if I'm saying it incorrectly.
That's okay. What was the question, Miss?
For the what is one thing you've taken away or learned that you can apply so far?
From today?
Yep, so far. The information.
Oh, I'm not sure.
What's first thing comes to mind? Is any of this stuff familiar that you've heard before?
You said what?
Is any of this familiar that you've heard before?
No.
Okay, all right, Prince.
One thing I could take today is the the way I perceive challenges, because I don't have to see challenges as obstacles, and I can use challenges and implement myself into a way for me to grow and have further more experience.
And it will. Very good. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. The next thing that I want to actually share with you guys or some quick strategies and actually give you something that might be able to help you retain some of the information that you guys are actually learning more to and apply it. Hopefully this can help you what you're doing. Let me see. Let me know if you see my screen, please.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So some strategies that you guys can have when before it was asked about how can you shift your mindset from fixed or growth. You tell your, like I said, your challenge that you have, you tell yourself a different story, especially when you have outside influences, friends, or maybe some adults aren't believing in you, or you don't have a strong pull around you. Just remember things, everything is possible. And when you're actually learning your goals and you're actually may feel like things were a failure or they didn't go the way you want, remember what your passion is first, because that's going to keep pushing you and make you want to go every day and keep persevering through your challenges and actually making your business work. Because in your first year, sometimes it can be great, but then maybe you might hit a low spot. Maybe you don't have as many clients, or you maybe not sold as many products as you want to do. Just remember your passion that's going to keep you going because you're connected to it. Another thing is in capitalizing on what you're learning, your first attempt in learning, as I say, your fails. You have to stay 100% accountable. Did you put your 100% into that? Were you in a fixed mindset? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not able to do any more right now. Where were you at? Reevaluate yourself so that I want you guys to live to give. And the thing too is that you have to be consistent because your time is right now. Take every moment that you have and continually growing. If you find yourself like you're about some challenge that you're having, those fixed mindset, or you might got discouraged in that, I want you to be consistent in telling yourself, again, everything is possible. And I have you up here, the three little pig task that I have here. And what I mean by that, I know you guys have heard the story of the three little pigs. Basically how each of them have different houses. You have the straw house, you have the stick house, and you have the brick house. They live all alongside each other. They have one common aggressor, which is the wolf. You guys heard of Three Little Pigs, correct? You've heard it, story time, your nursery rhymes, correct? So
Yes.
thank you. That common aggressor, your wolf is your obstacle. Your wolf is your fixed mindset. How are you going to continue to feed him? Are you going to forever let that aggressor, that wolf, blow your house down that you're building? Are you going to be lazy? And I'm going to say lazy because sometimes we are lazy. That's me being accountable and me being very transparent with you. You're not going to feel like doing it your 110% at times. However, you're going to just throw maybe a straw house up. Hey, it's done. It's over with. Let's see what happens right now. Or I ran out of time because I wasn't staying prepared. So I'm just going to let it see that. So my aggressor, the wolf, I allowed it to blow it down because I didn't put enough effort in it. Remember those challenges that we have, the effort, my belief in that. The next, when we do the stick house, we're choosing to build our different materials right now. We can choose to either do the straw or the stick, or we can do the brick. The brick, of course, we know is what, you guys? What is the brick going to do? The brick house.
It's going to be stable.
Right. It's going to sustain longer. You're absolutely correct. So, and it's going to take more time, more strategic plans to do so. So the wolf, our aggressor, we're going to let them succeed, keep puffing and blowing our houses down. They're going to destroy what we somewhat poorly constructed the building. That is what we do every day. Are you going to poorly construct your mindset? Are you going to poorly stay in that fixed mindset? Are you going to stay in that growth that benefits you later? How can you succeed if you're going to stay, like I'm going to give you, in that straw house or that stick house? That story, as it shows you the three little pigs, it gives you a piece of narrative how you're going to sustain your mind. You're going to have a strong mind. Our mind is not always going to be where we want it to be. I'm going to be extremely transparent with you when I had my brain surgery, even to now. I say some of you guys' name incorrectly, and it drives me up a wall that I say a name incorrectly. And I know I'm saying it, but I'm doing my darndest to say it correctly. And I like when Mary Elena, she was like, did she say Marcelina before that? I know I'm saying it wrong, but in my, like I was telling you guys, in the subconscious mind, in my memory, it's telling me I'm saying it wrong, but it's still coming out wrong. It's telling me say it correctly. And one thing for that, I can stay in my straw or my stick house and let because I get insecure when I talk sometimes, because I do have issues with memory. I do have issues, even sitting up in front of you right now. I am in excruciating pain right now. My head is so tight. It's unbelievable right now. It's like my head is in a vice right now. But I'm choosing not to stay there, because my passion, as we talked about, is to teach you, to actually help you guys grow and say, hey, I've been through therapy. There are times that I am dark depressed, but I can't stay there, because if I stay in that fixed mindset, I'm not gonna be able to bless another person that may be going through the same thing I'm going through, but my strength, I'm not gonna be able to talk to them if I stay there. My business, coaching and consulting, I'm not gonna be able to help someone else that was maybe in my shoes if I stay there. So I have to continue to go over some of these challenges. I have to continue to work on my mind to be that brick house. That brick house, as we talked about, it has bricks. So you're building your foundation. You build your mindset foundation. It can be fixed, but it can also change with that growth, as you guys said. It will move. And when something happens at times, and I was saying when I was sad, I get sad at times or frustrated. Sometimes I don't even want to talk. A lot of times I'm very quiet. I don't want to talk because I don't want to say something that's my sentences come out backwards. Something, and I'll point out now, when I seen the word fix and mindset together, I said mixed. And this is what my eyes and my brain is seeing. I know it's two different words, but it comes out wrong. I want you guys to embrace when that happens. Don't stop. I could have stopped and got frustrated and been like, dang it, they see my errors. They're seeing that I'm not 100% right now, but this is me right now. This is the new me that I have to embrace. I have to learn how to walk again. I have to learn how my cognition sometimes. I do brain exercises. This is what I'm saying when your mindset. I mean, imagine being how old you guys are. Some of you guys, how old are you guys? 16, 17 years old right now?
16.
Imagine just rebooting. You don't know who you are to a degree. Your memories are gone. Some of your long-term memories are there. You're relearning all this all over again. So you're rewiring yourself. This is what happens with a mindset. It doesn't have to have brain surgery to do this, but this is an opportunity. I want you guys to think, what went well? What did you enjoy? Keep doing those things that you're doing. What could be improved that you can do? Focus on what's coming next. Don't stay where you are, because as I say, a lot of times, life is a gift, and that's why they call it the present right now. So in your present, I want you guys to keep moving in your mindsets. Don't sit and just have that straw house just to say you got something done. Now, I will say when you're being overthinking and you're not being decisive, give me the straw house just to have something there, a prototype, a skeleton. That's what I'd want. But I want you guys to keep moving through that. It's okay if people so-called see your flaws, because they don't know if something's wrong unless you identify it. Some of you guys have seen, I maybe said a word incorrectly, but a lot of times we hold that to ourselves as we think, oh my gosh, they heard it. Sometimes they don't hear it. Some of you guys said, like, what was the question? You don't always hear what is said. We know because we're saying it and we're in front. And this is what comes with, guys, your pitching and your public speaking, your mindset. So what if you make a mistake when you guys are doing your pitching? Do not give up, keep going. That is your mindset you have to retain. You are your only person that will keep you going and keep you moving. In that aspect of it, it's okay to not be 100% where you want to be. And so in the growth mindset that you have is your freedom. You lock yourself down when you have that fixed mindset that you have. So I want you to keep persevering in between that. And one thing that I see that I have with you guys, I have actually 3 males and 3 females, and I want you guys in teams right now. Now, I want you to tell me, and we're gonna do points with you guys, what it is. So it's gonna be the females versus the males, and all you guys have to actually answer on these for you guys to get points for the boys and the girls, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, for that. I want you to take, for example, in the first one, it says, it's possible only if I try. First, tell me, is that a fixed or a growth mindset? And you guys are on teams.
A growth mindset.
Yes, growth.
All right, so the girls got the first one, growth. Now, second part, tell me how to make that, how would you make that a fixed mindset statement?
You can make it, You can make
I'd
it.
say that for a fixed mindset, you can say that it's not even possible if I try.
Correct. Yep. That's for boys. All right. Number 2, I can do better. Fixed or
Growth.
Yes.
all right.
Growth.
I heard a male voice on that one.
No, it was Jada. I've seen her face pop up.
Oh, Jada, I need you to be louder. You gotta have to hear you. All right. Make that a fixed mindset. Number 2.
I cannot do.
Good job, Samuel. I heard you loud and
Yeah,
clear.
thank you.
All right. Number 4.
Is a fixed mindset.
Yep.
And the way you can fix it is this is hard, but I will still try.
All right. All right. So with the girls, Janaea, you have to be next. I got to hear from everybody. Everybody on the teams. Got to hear from all of you guys. All right. Number 5.
It's better to stick to what I know. That is a fixed mindset.
Okay. All right.
Shit.
Make the opposite.
It's better to learn something new.
All right. All right. Number 6.
Fixed.
I'll say as a growth.
All right. Samuel.
Say, I have adaptable potential.
All right. That was boys. I heard Roberto. Come on, girls. Ladies, excuse me. Number 8.
This is a fixed mindset. Fixed mindset.
Okay.
And the way you can say is this is frustrating, but I am still able to work on it.
All right, so you got a double daily, huh? A daily double, I mean, on there. All right, number 9.
Fixed.
Nice.
Say, we could say, I can't do it.
I can do it. Or
I can grow as a person. That could be something we can say for growth. For number 9, I can grow as a person.
All right, so now you guys are actually tied right now. All right, so I know in a couple of minutes they're gonna put the survey in the chat too. So you guys make sure you do that in the next couple minutes. All right. Now the one I did skip was number 7. What's number 7 on the top path?
This is frustrating.
That's very fixed.
That's
All right.
fixed, yes.
Yeah, that's on.
All right, make it opposite.
I can do
Say,
better.
This is frustrating.
I'm still keep trying.
I
It's
can
frustrating, but I
succeed.
still can try.
Yes, I could try or do better.
That's
Wow.
what I said first.
That was kind of mixed, so I'll give you both the point on it. Boys, gentlemen are ahead by 1. All right, number 1 on the bottom one. I can do it.
Growth.
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 All right, opposite.
I cannot do
I
this.
can't do it.
Good job, Samuel. All right, number 7 on the bottom.
That's
Fixed.
very fixed. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fixed.
Fixed.
Well,
I
You
can
can
get
say,
better at it.
just don't know yet, but I can try.
That was Jada. I heard Jada first. Now make it opposite for the growth too.
It's okay to
I can
fail,
do
but I
better.
have to do better.
I can do it.
Try better.
I feel like it's accepting the fact that you could fail, but you could do better too.
It is, and that one, it's okay. Oh, okay to fail. You're right in the growth aspect. It is accepting. You can accept that. That can be both. That one can be both. Depends on what your mindset is. Are you saying it's okay? It's okay. I failed because I'm gonna try again. Or are you saying fixed? It's okay to fail. I'm not doing it anymore. So that one can go both ways on number 7. All right, number 4 on the bottom.
That's very fixed.
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 Roberto, what did you say? I heard
I
your
said
voice.
I said that was very fixed.
Okay, I was like, I know I heard your voice first. All right, ladies, you're down by 2. All right, let's do number 5 on the bottom.
Growth.
That's
Growth.
All right. Okay, reverse it.
I do not.
I do not want to explore new ideas.
You guys went at the same time.
I said it beforehand, actually.
All right, let's do number 8.
Growth.
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 And then I cannot.
I can't learn from my mistakes.
Not lose myself.
All right, we're at a tie right now. So the next one's gonna be from who I don't hear that often in both groups. So there's two of you that I haven't heard from. So you guys are gonna have the next two, and you guys are gonna ask you to define which team's gonna win because you're gonna have the next two. So I'm not saying names, so you know who you are. So I'm gonna say
Janaya.
number 3.
You've been talking.
I don't know the name, but I'm gonna
It's a
say
growth
it's very
mindset.
growth.
And to change it
Janaya's talking.
is I want to try. Wait. Number 3 on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
The bottom.
I don't want to try, and I'm gonna give up.
Okay. And it's Prince and Janae who I'm speaking about. Because Samuel is very loud. I hear Samuel. He said he told himself he's quiet. So
I
you're
heard
not
Prince
quiet,
talk.
Samuel. Say again, I'm sorry.
I heard Prince talk.
Yeah, I
It
said
was
the ones who's
Prince.
not as talking as engaging as much. All right, so I have the girls right now. So we're gonna do number 9 on the bottom. Same ones. It's you two.
Oh yeah, that is a fixed mindset, and well, actually, I just don't know yet. It's a growth mindset because to change it, it would be I don't know, and I don't know at all.
Okay. All right, number 6. Are you able to see these prints?
I see them.
Okay.
Wait, it's the same people, or we can do it.
No, you walk in.
Okay, it's
Bro.
a growth mindset.
Yes, growth.
Fix, change it.
I do not
I
believe in
don't
myself.
believe.
Okay, boys, you guys are down by 2. We're gonna do 2 more. And then you guys are gonna have to do your questionnaire for the last 5 minutes for that. All right, let's do. You guys actually done all. Let's number 5 again. Let's see if you guys do that
Growth
one.
mindset.
Growth.
I don't want
And then you
to
can
explore
do.
new ideas.
I do
They're
not want
negative.
to explore new things.
I do not want to explore new ideas.
I already said it.
All right, for the last one, you guys are put your Zoom hand up because then I can see because you guys are answering fairly fast. You're getting better at it. All right, number 9 on the top. No, you guys are cheating. Good try. That's great. You guys did
I heard it on your screen that I was the first one. When I clicked my button, I heard it.
You guys are fixing stuff. All right, let's do it this way, okay? Before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna pick another number, but I want you guys pick one girl, one male. Give me a number.
Wait, what do you mean?
Give me a number 1 to 10. I'm sorry. Thank you for asking. Give me a number 1 to 10.
7.
All right, males, gentlemen.
4, perhaps.
All right. 7 and 4. All right. So we're gonna do 3. We did in between. All right. Now you're gonna listen, but you're gonna have to remember to do both. So I'm not gonna prompt you. You got it?
Okay.
All right. So on number 4 at the bottom.
Fix.
Oh, wait, I didn't. I thought you were gonna say 3, 2, 1. Like, I don't know.
No.
All right. Next time I'm gonna get it.
It's not finished.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You could say I'm.
I
not
can't
gonna
give up yet.
even though it is beyond right now.
Samuel got it.
Yo.
All right. He finished. All right. You ready? Number 1 at the top.
Growth.
Marion,
It's not possible. Cannot try at this.
All right, well, ladies got that one. So now what I want to see, what did you guys get out of doing those type of sentences? Oh, stop sharing.
We're very better to understand the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset through the different sentences that we're able to preview.
Yeah, and also like when Janai was saying I just don't know yet how it was both. Like we learned like how to differentiate it, or we at the same time we learned how to differentiate, and we learned how it could be fixed.
Okay. All right. And Roberto, I want to apologize if I didn't see that you put number 5 in there because I couldn't see the chat. So I apologize when I asked for number. Just wanted to let you know. All right. And that is great. And one thing when you guys are, and that's great, you guys identified the word yet, because that is a key factor when it comes to yet. And when you guys are thinking with your minds, you add yet. So you program yourself, I don't know, say yet, because remember how I said your subconscious mind is going to continue to work when your folks start to focus on something else. So you're saying yet, it's going to work to find a solution for you guys. So I do see the survey is in the chat. So if you guys want to do the survey and if you have any questions or concerns, feel free, or comments, let me know and go ahead and do that. And when you guys are done with the survey, you're free to drop off. And thank you guys for participating and giving me feedback. Because what you guys say helps me giving feedback to your next cohort.
Okay, good night. I hope you have a good, I really enjoyed this class today. This is my favorite class.
Well, thank you. Make sure you do the survey though.
Yeah, I'm doing, I already did it.
Okay, yeah, you're fast.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, good night. They want to participate, Miss Rosie.
I know. You've been listening too. Great job tonight, guys. Great job.
Good night, Janaea. I say that incorrectly.
Hey guys.
Bye. We have some young ones. Gonna have to start a different cohort.
Yeah, that's our future scholars.
Right. They're watching too.
But thank you.
Right. Have a good night. Good night, Prince.
You're welcome.
But
Good
thank
night.
you. I really liked today's course. It was really nice between the competitiveness and the learning speed.
Well,
I really liked it.
Make sure you put that in the survey.
I did.
All right. Thank
Yes.
you. Good night.
You guys have a good
Good
night.
night, Prince.
You too.
Good night.
Bye.
See Morgan, awesome as always. Awesome.
Thank you. Have a good
No,
evening.
you're kind of setting the precedence for us.
You guys do a wonderful job. You said
No
it for
pressure,
me.
no pressure.
Right. All right.
All right. Have a good evening.
You
Great
too.
job. All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.